Okay, guys, so we are live for episode 8 of the DCTV show. We're in a new setting currently. Been very busy over the past few days setting stuff up. I just moved apartments, and that's why there hasn't been as many videos and everything. So hopefully the stream goes smoothly. Um, yeah, I don't know if the internet's going to play up at any time or not, but anyway, this is episode 8 of the DCTV show. Welcome to all of you who are viewing live, and welcome to you who are viewing afterwards. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. There was huge announcements earlier this week. A few days ago, we got the huge announcement in regards to Diggle showing up on all of the Arrowverse shows. So that's a big crossover coming very, very soon. And we've got the episode titles. So there's a whole lot of stuff we need to go through and talk about in today's live stream. Welcome to all of you in the chat. I currently see a bunch of you joining in. We've got Rachel. We got Neil for the first time in a while. We got Walker Dead, DJ Sav, Beaming Frost, and Joshua just joined. Hader. Welcome to all of you who are just joining for the first time. Thank you for tuning in today. So yeah, like I said, new location, different place. Life is busy currently. I'm gonna take that coat off. It's all right, no problem. And yeah, so I'm excited to talk about this stuff with you guys. Crossover news, Diggle returning, all the episode titles from The Flash, Superman and Lois, and Batwoman. So there's a lot of stuff to go through and talk about in today. All right, welcome Flash Time and everyone else who is joining in for the first time today. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. Remember, if you want to send in questions, send them in via Super Chat. You can do that by clicking the Super Chat sign in the chat, which I will just quickly set up to show you as we do in most live streams. All right, over here. Here we go. Okay, so remember you can send your questions via Super Chat by clicking this, clicking Super Chat, and sending in your question of choice. If Gary is turning up, I'm sure Gary's going to ask, is The Flash getting delayed further than February? There you go. So that's a Gary question for you guys. But yeah, I'm super excited to talk about all of this with you guys. I'm sure a lot of you checked out the video a few days ago in regards to Diggle. I was kind of freaking out. And yeah, so a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's go ahead and get into it. So yeah, just a few days ago, it was announced that John Diggle will be returning to all of the DCTV shows. And that is how, welcome Sarah, that's how he's going to be coming back, but he's not going to be in like one big crossover. He's going to be in like a whole bunch of episodes across the Arrowverse. So that is the big difference this time. And so this was to be expected at some point, but the scope of what is happening, it was not expected at all. That was brand new and was very shocking, to be honest. I did not expect it to happen, and it did happen. And yeah, so David Ramsey is returning for 5 episodes across all of the DC TV shows, including The Flash, Supergirl, Superman and Lois, Batwoman, and Legends of Tomorrow. And in Legends of Tomorrow, he's going to be playing a mystery character. Oh, who could that mystery character be? We don't know, but yes, we kind of do know, right? And yeah, so that's the news. He's coming back, but he's also directing, I think, like 5 episodes as well. And that's what he's going to be doing. He's going to be directing and starring and returning as John Diggle. So that's really, really exciting. Yes. All right. Where are the 2 other dudes? Canada Graphs and Eric joined in last week's live stream. But yeah, it's just me today. It seems like yeah, for now, unless anyone, like Canada Grass wants to pop in or something, like, of course he can come in because this is big news and I would like to talk to someone about it if they do want. So we'll have to wait and see. But for now, it's just me. And yeah. So what do you guys think of that? What do you think of the big announcement in regards to John Diggle returning and David directing all these episodes across the Arrowverse? I think the most shocking thing is he's returning in all the separate shows. That's crazy. I would have expected a crossover or something, or maybe just the Flash because he's crossover before and like the Flash. So it's just very unexpected, and I think it's an amazing announcement. I really, really love it. I think it's the best announcement we've had in a long, long time. Um, so I think it's fantastic. I love Diggle, and I can't wait for him to come back. I was kind of waiting for him to come back at some point, but I wasn't expecting anything like this. But yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you guys are kind of freaking out in the chat. I can't wait. I love the announcement. Unbelievable. Um, and yeah, so is there going to be a Green Lantern TV show? Yes, there's going to be a Green Lantern TV show. That is going to be on HBO Max. So that's where that's going to be. That's not going to be on the CW specifically. So we don't know if it's part of the Arrowverse, but it is being run by Mark Guggenheim. He's writing the episodes, who is obviously from Arrow and everything. So he's from the Arrowverse. Also, it's being produced by Greg Berlanti, who runs the Arrowverse as well. So there is a lot of crossover there. And yes, so that is the big piece of news. I think we all are pretty much freaking out over this. This is like one of the coolest announcements, I think, in a really, really long time. And so, yeah, I have no idea where Gary is. For all of you guys asking, I don't know, maybe it's because I didn't promote it earlier. Gary didn't see it, but yeah, maybe Gary turns up at some point. I did start the stream a bit late. Normally I would start it earlier because yeah, like I said, I've been busy, just moved in and just organizing things around the place, and yeah, I just was a bit behind on time and got delayed a little bit. So that's why it's a bit later. And I know I say, 8 to 9 UK time, and, I started the stream at 11 UK time. So I get it if Gary's not here. Gary probably didn't realize. He was like, the live stream has been delayed so far. Canongraph says, so weird your video didn't auto start for me, and now playing it back at double speed to catch up. I mean, there's not much to catch up on, but I mean, I mentioned if you do want to pop in, you can pop in and we can talk about the big news. I mean, that would be cool. Yeah, the stream will definitely only be an hour long today because it is 11 here, so it's going to be 12 by the time we end the stream, and I'm going to fall asleep by then. So, and then we also got to discuss the episode titles. So, I mean, if you want to pop in, just let me know and I'll send you a link. If you're free. If not, it's all good. But yeah, so Gary got delayed later than February. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on right here. Definitely got delayed later than February. I don't know where Gary is, okay? And I don't know where Dark Gary is as well. So, yes. Welcome, Marvin. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming. All right, so yeah. Yeah, Gary got delayed. Anyway, so yeah, Gary's Gary, and I can't stop thinking about Gary. Why is Gary just stuck in my head? But all right, let's talk about this. Is that mystery character going to be Green Lantern? Is John Diggle going to turn up as Green Lantern when David Ramsey returns on Legends of Tomorrow specifically? I think he is. I think that mystery role has got to be Green Lantern, considering they set that up at the end of Arrow. They literally had a whole segment on that. And you kind of had a setup with Mia, but then also you had his ending, and I mean, it kind of seems like they were planning to do that at some point. Welcome, Reverse Gary. Welcome to the live stream. It seems like you're the only Gary around today. So maybe Reverse Gary can be Gary for once. Won't have time today. Go to grab food soon. No problem. Heading to a Batwoman set. Absolutely no problem. Yeah, have a good time. I'm sure you get some good shots and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to show up as Green Lantern on Legends of Tomorrow. Seems very, very likely that that is going to be what's happening with that mystery role, as it said. We talked about this in my video. I'm sure you saw it on a bunch of other people's channel, because I mean, that's the most obvious thing when they say mystery role in hit that David Ramsey, when he's coming back, because like what else is there gonna be? Is he gonna play like another doppelganger? But that doppelganger would probably be like Jon Stewart, right? So what happens if they reveal, oh, my middle name was always John Stewart Diggle? That could be a thing. But yeah, so let me know. Do you think it's going to be Green Lantern on Legends of Tomorrow? It seems very likely, and I would say that's probably what they're going for. Yeah. Anyway, I'll catch up in the chat in a bit, but like I said, I just got a few topics to talk about first, and then I will catch up with the chat. Obviously, periodically, I'll go back and I'll talk. I will, talk to you guys in the chat, like Merry Christmas to you, Rachel. So I'm looking at the chat the whole time. Don't worry, and just try not to send your questions in over and over again, because I can just scroll up and I can find them. So don't worry about that. I will try and answer as many questions as possible. But like I said, priority goes to people who send in super chats. And yeah, you just click here and click there, and you type in your super chat like Gary would normally do. But we don't know where Gary is. But yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna go back to my topic. So Green Lantern, yeah, people in the chat are saying definitely Green Lantern. Mauricio is saying, so which Green Lantern will show up in Stargirl season 2? DJ Seth says, well, it's probably not gonna be John Diggle, but it'll be someone else. I'm not sure who. All right, and so there's one other thing that Marvin brings up. Do I think this crossover, like, kind of, what I want to talk about is like, will this be a crossover? So will the Batwoman and Superman Lois episode where he shows up be that crossover that is supposed to happen later this year? I brought that up in my video because I think that's pretty likely. That would make a lot of sense. Like, I think he has more reason to show up on the Flash and Supergirl, and even not the Flash, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow, because he specifically knows those people like properly. Obviously he knows Superman, but then it's a new show and everything. And then with Batwoman, it's not the version of Batwoman he knows. So I think if they do use him in one of their episodes and one in Superman and Lois's episodes, I think most likely it's going to be the crossover episode where he returns. So how likely do you think that is, that when John returns in Superman and Lois and Batwoman is probably going to be in the crossover? That's what my guess is, but I could be wrong about that. Maybe David's going to direct one of those episodes. Could be possible. It seems like they're getting in a lot of familiar faces to sort of bring forward Superman and Lois. Like James Bamford has been directing. Oh my God, Gary is here. Gary is here with the big question, and we'll go back to that James Bamford thing in just a minute, because Gary is here, guys, and we need to feature Gary's question in the chat. Welcome to the live stream, Gary. Gary got delayed later than February with the first question. Gary Gammon sends in, and I agree with you, Beaming Frost in the chat. Fuck yeah, America is Gary. Yeah, we hope you're doing well, Gary, as Canada Graph says. And let's answer your first question. This comes in with the 199 super chat. Gary Gammon asks, is The Flash getting delayed later than February? Is The Flash getting delayed later than February? It seems like no. It doesn't seem like it is. Unless this big break turns out to be a big break. You know, with the delays of The Flash, I didn't make a video on it, but basically, like last week, it was announced that The Flash had to shut down production due to a few crew members actually getting the virus. And so I think your question is more relevant than ever, Gary. So it's a good question right now. I believe The Flash has about 4 episodes locked in already. They will just have to do post productions and everything. You know, bits and pieces on those episodes and sound and, you know, re-recordings and stuff. They're gonna have to do that, but pretty much they got about 4 episodes locked. So that means that I think they want to stick to that date. If they delay later than that date, it's probably only gonna be like a week or so. But yeah, so I think that's a good question, Gary, considering the announcement earlier this week that you know, the Flash production got shut down, but I think it's only a very temporary thing, and Canada Grass maybe can confirm that more whilst he's still here. But as of now, it seems like that is. Hey, Pagey. Is Pagey here? I didn't see him. No, I don't think he is. Yeah, it seems like it's probably not going to get delayed later in February unless this break is going to be a huge break. Okay. Gary Gammon sends in another super chat. All right. Let's have a look what Gary says. He is featured here. Right here. There you go. Gary. All right. So Gary says, are you mad at me? And is the rest of the shows, and he adds in the chat, getting delayed later than February? Yeah, I'm a little bit mad at you today, Gary. You're kind of a little bit, you know, you're making me a little bit mad that you were a bit late. Sorry for not warning you, Gary. Maybe next time I need to tweet out much earlier. But yeah, a little bit mad at you, Gary. But at the same time, I always appreciate you, and we really love you, Gary. Don't worry. But yeah, and the second part of the question is the rest of the shows getting delayed later than February? Well, so we answered this a few times, and I think the simple answer to that, Gary, is I'm pretty. Oh, thank you, Sean. Thanks. The simple answer to your second part of the question is Superman Lois would have no. Canada Graphs is he's about to eat, and then he's. Oh my god, Gary! Look at this, guys. Look at this. Fantastic, Gary. Classic Gary. Fantastic. We know, Gary. Don't worry. There's no problem. All right. Yeah. No. Canada Grass is going to the Batwoman set and everything in a minute, so he won't have time to join in, sadly. But that's all right because he's doing the good job. He is finding out stuff for us. But yeah. So is the show's getting delayed later than February? No, they're not. Unless Superman Lois gets extremely delayed, that's the only show that could get pushed back. But as of right now, they're fine and they haven't had a shutdown yet. And if they do have a shutdown, it'll be very, very short. I believe the Flash's shutdown is going to be very, very short. Legends doesn't have a while to come out. Supergirl doesn't have a while to come out. Black Lightning seems to be going along fine, and then the Flash we've talked about. And then we have Batwoman, which is well ahead. They're like 5 to 6 episodes at least locked by now. So they're all good. And yeah. So hopefully I answered your question properly, Gary. Welcome DC Fanverse. Well, hello, young Ben. What's up? Nothing much is up. I literally just I said to some of you guys earlier, we just recently moved apartments, and so new location. This isn't actually where my desk normally would be. I'm just hiding the mess, so I put my laptop facing the wall. But yeah. Thank you, Gary, for the 99-cent super chat. Thanks so much for your constant support. Every live stream really means the world to me. And like we said last week with Eric and Canada Graphs, your support really means the most to me. Like anyone who sends in anything, anyone who watches my videos or any of our videos, as DCTV YouTubers, you support what we do. Yeah. All right. We'll see you later, Canada Graphs. You have a good one. And yeah, you're right. Take care, Gary. And stick around, Gary. And have a good day/evening. Everyone else, I'm out of here. All right. We'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in. And maybe we can have you back on very soon when you're not on set. Yeah, good luck on the set. Get some cool photos for us. All right. So for now, we have gone over Gary's first super chat questions by Canographs. And we will quickly go over the titles for the episodes. So I have all of them actually on my screen right now. And just before we go ahead to break down these episode titles, I want to remind you guys once again, you can send in your questions via Super Chat, and your questions will be answered straight away, like I have been answering Gary's. You click on Super Chat and you type in a question. If you want to be like Gary, you can be, is Supergirl, that's different, is Supergirl going to come back after the show ends? Anything. You can ask any question. If you can support the channel, it means the world to me. If you can't, no problem. Like I said this week, and like I said and last week, we really, really mean it. Really means the most to us that any support, even just watching, even just tuning into every live stream, that's the best thing you can do if you can't support. So that's all good. And thank you to all of you guys. Is Tom here? Gary says, no, I haven't seen Tom around. I don't think he's joined for a few weeks, I think. Maybe the time just doesn't fit up with Tom. But he occasionally comes in, and yeah. All right, so let's figure this out. I want to share I'm going to share this. All right, so here we have the episode titles for you guys. So what you're seeing here is just my notepad, and I've wrote down the episode titles. I'm just figuring out how we're going to do this. Can we switch me out? Okay, I think we're just going to have to do it like this. All right, so here are the episode titles. This is for The Flash, this is for Batwoman, and this is for Superman and Lois. Okay, so let's first off talk about the Flash titles. This is for season 7, episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And just before we go into that, Gary has sent a super chat. Once again, Gary, thank you so much for your support towards the channel. Really means the world to me. Yeah, it's especially great coming from you as always. So thank you for your support once again. And if you guys have any more questions, remember you can send in those super chats if you want to talk about these titles, because I think these are very interesting. If not, just send it in the chat, send your thoughts, and I'll talk about what you guys are talking about as well. So the episode 1 title is this: All's Wells That Ends Wells. Sorry, All's Well That Ends Wells. I kept on saying that wrong. Actually, if you guys check out my video from a few days ago, um, I had to retake that line like 5 times because I kept on saying all's wells that ends wells instead of all's well that ends wells. This is like a tongue twister. But yeah, so all's wells that I just did it again. All's well that ends wells. Anyway, that is a play on the Shakespeare play, all's well that ends well. And so yeah, that's just a reference to that. We knew it was going to be a Harrison Wells heavy episode before the shutdown and everything like that. It was always planned to be that. This was the episode that they shot a while ago before everything happened. Send in your question again, Dark Shadow, because I'm just going through this and I'll go over it in a minute. So yeah, we always knew that it was going to be. Oh my God, Gary with that question again, Gary. Oh, all right. Gary Gammon sends in the 199 super chat, and Gary says, "Do you think there is sex science next season?" Which Gary means scene. Oh, Gary. I mean, maybe Gary. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, yeah, maybe Gary. That's what I'm gonna say. There's always a chance. You've seen it a couple of times. But a fantastic question, Gary. Trying to get me demonetized. I see. I guess that's the whole goal, isn't it, Gary? I'm joking. Love your support, Gary, and thank you so much. And the answer to your question is possibly could happen, but it's the CW at the same time. You're right, Vasily. Why, Gary? Why? All right, so yeah, all's well that ends wells. We always knew it was going to be a wells heavy episode. Not a surprise. You're right, Gary. WTF? So the speed of thought, I really like that. It was brought up to me by Flashverse, who's a YouTuber. He was talking about the speed of thought and how in the comics, basically it kind of ran by like how he ran in the same way as how fast he could think. Okay, so I kind of said that wrong, but that's kind of the gist of it, if you get what I mean. And yeah, so that could be the reference, but at the same time, it seems like the speed of thought would be in relation to him getting his speed back. I really do think about that. Yeah. Oh, that's a good question, Gary. So carrying on from his super chat, he said, "Well, I'm just wondering how there is going to be a kissing scene with all the restrictions on set." So that's actually a very good question, Gary, and the answer to that is they will be able to do that, and that is because they are in bubbles. That is what they call it. Basically, the Flash cast can't cross over with the Supergirl cast, who can't cross over with Superman, Lois cast, and everything like that, unless there was a specific reason for it that they can be very careful, and they will have to be very careful for when they cross over. But for now, they have all isolated. They're not doing anything outside of the set anything too dangerous, because if they get tested about 3 times a week, I believe, in Vancouver, or at least twice a week. So if anyone gets the virus, they have to quarantine straight away, because they'll find out within, a few days' time, because they have to get tested so many times, these actors. So yes, it will be able to happen, Gary, and it's just a risk that I think they're going to take. But that's a good question, and thanks for clarifying, Gary. Yeah, so back to the speed of thought. This is episode 2 of season 7. What do you guys think of this title? I really like this title. Like I said, it could be to do with how fast he can think, is how fast he can move, or it could be something more along the lines of, oh, this is like, I just had a big yawn come out of nowhere. It's because it's late here. Thank you, Gary. We love you, and thank you for your support. Thanks for loving the channel. So it could also be him getting his speed back. I think that is the main thought. Okay, Mother was supposed to be the original season 6 finale. This is referencing to how Evil was called before, and she's gonna have clones in that episode. Oh, and we have another super chat. This time not from Gary. We've got one from Mauricio. And Mauricio sends in a 199 super chat. And he says, and she says, Gary turned the live into R-rated. Hashtag tell Ben's mum. You guys are trying to expose me, aren't you? You're really trying to expose me and get me demonetized and, put an R rating on my stream and everything. But thank you for your support. And you're right, that's what Gary is trying to do. Thanks so much, Mauricio. All right. So, yeah. Central City Strong is episode 4 of season 7. And, this is the episode where Abracadabra is going to return and Bloodwork's going to return. That's going to be a one-time episode with those guys. And, guys, it's like 11:30. And for some reason, I'm really tired after these moving days. But anyway, let's keep on going, guys. Let's keep on going. So Central City Strong, you've got those returning characters. And it seems like the title is just in reference to the team being strong and then being able to defeat those villains. That's the obvious thing that I can think of. All right, Fear Me. This is the best title, in my opinion, out of all of these, because I think this really gives away what they're going for this next season. And this will be your episode where you'll probably get introduced to a villain. I believe that villain in this case is in fact Godspeed, because it sounds like something that Godspeed would say, like, fear me, or however he talks, like Flash. Anyway, cool villain voice, that's what I'm saying, like, Savitar or anything like that. You're funny, Mauricio. But yeah, Fear Me sounds creepy, sounds villainous, and definitely could happen that this is nice creepy voice. That wasn't even good. I couldn't even get deep for some reason. It's like sometimes I do like some voices, like I try and pretend I'm like Savitar or something. It's like, I don't know if I want to do it on stream, but it's like I know you, Barry, Joe, Iris. Anyway, I sometimes like try and do the voices and stuff. I don't know if they're very good, but anyway, that was just for the live stream. That's not for anyone. Yeah, my Savitar voice is superior. It's had like 3-4 years of work. So, and I know that whole thing, like that whole monologue that he has. It's like I know you, Barry. I know you, Joe, Iris, Wally. I know your fears. I know your weaknesses. I know you better than you know yourselves. I know that whole thing. But yeah, that proves that I like Savitar. Oh my god. Okay, let's listen. Gary says, I'm drinking sweet tea every time I watch your stream, like Canada drink Pepsi every stream. That's true. He does drink Pepsi quite a lot, and I hope you like your sweet tea, Gary. Sweet tea. That was good, Ben. Everyone's saying, well, wow, geez. Was that my Batman voice? No. My Batman voice is more like if I go, where's Rachel? That must have been really loud. I'm sorry about that. But that's the Dark Knight voice. Only for you guys on the stream. Only for you guys on the stream do you get the impressions. Is actually very embarrassing because I don't know if they're good or not. But sometimes you do it to yourself. I'm sure you guys. I'm not the only one doing these. I'm sure you guys do it as well. Yeah. Maybe I listen to this stuff too much, and I can get my impressions decent, especially for these DC villains. Um, what's my favorite superhero, Ben? Oh, it's Batman for sure. Then followed by Barry Allen, The Flash, obviously. Oh no, yeah, I just did a Batman voice just then. Okay, we are back. I just glitched out a tiny bit. Yeah, that was my Batman voice. That wasn't my Savitar voice. The one before was the Savitar voice. Okay, so there you go. I've amused you guys with some impressions of Savitar, Batman, and everything. Sorry for the glitching out. I think my stream may have glitched a bit. Sorry about that. So yeah, Fear Me sounds like a Godspeed thing. That's where we went on from the impressions. But yeah, all right, let's move over to Batwoman. So these are the Batwoman titles over here. Whatever Happened to Kate Kane is episode 1. That is a reference to the film Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Cool title. I like this title right here. Very cool for episode 1 because that is a big question going into the new season. Whatever happened to Kate Kane? We don't know. And then prior criminal history. I think this is the episode where we'll get a backstory into Ryan Wilder and everything that has happened in her past. So it's like a backstory episode, maybe some flashbacks. Batgirl magic. So Batgirl obviously references that she's a girl. It's not Batwoman. I don't know if Batgirl was going to show up or not, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Batgirl magic, just like superhero magic, I guess. Gary sends in another super chat. Thank you so much for the support, Gary, as usual. He says, how many breaks do you think The Flash Season 7 will have? I need to yawn again. I'm sorry, I'm having yawning breaks on the stream. How many breaks do you think The Flash Season 7 will have? Like I've said before, Gary, I believe that The Flash Season 7 could possibly break after Episode 3, like you've said before on the stream. However, there is probably a chance about mid-season because they would probably want to have a little break at mid-season, but it all depends on their timings. Big yawn. Big yawn. And Gary adds, how long do you think The Flash Season 7 will stretch out and possibly go to July? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure, and this is what I was talking about, Gary, I'm pretty sure The Flash, if it has a break, it will continue on to about July or so. Okay, we are back. I'm so sorry for that. All right, let me continue talking about this. So how long will it go on for? Possibly it can go to July and everything like that, and to June. If they add in breaks, they can go longer. I think they want to probably cap it off at around July, I would say. So that's a good guess, Gary. And then it seems like they will return to film. Big yawns. Oh my god. Yeah, it's nearly 12 here, guys. We've been streaming for like 40 minutes. I'm sorry. No, I'm not mad at you. Don't worry. So I'm only mad at Gary. Anyway, so continuing on from that. Sorry for the periodic yawning breaks. Okay, I'm gonna answer that question in a minute. Strive for greatness, because that is a good question and people have been bringing that up. But yeah, so Gary, July if they want to stretch it out, potentially June if they don't want to do that. It was just the yawning, lol. Yeah, it's true. Sorry about that. Yeah, like I said, been hectic. Um, yeah, so basically, I think what they're gonna want to do is try and go back to their normal schedule where they would be filming in the summer. Um, and then they would premiere their episodes towards October, where they would normally do. I think that's their plan. Especially if this vaccine works and everything, hopefully all will be better by that time. Gary is this channel's mascot. Yeah, it's true. Um, Thank you, Beaming Frost. Subscribe to Ben. You're right. Subscribe to us. I'm really trying to. Just an update for you guys. I think I mentioned it last week. I've been trying to get the channel verified because once you hit 100k, you're supposed to get verified, but they've been terrible with me. And hopefully sometime. Oh god. There you go, another yawn. Oh my god, I need to like cover. All right, we are back. My whole internet just glitched the hell out. I'm making you yawn now. Yeah, my whole internet just glitched the hell out, and I'm literally on my phone's Wi-Fi and everything like that. I really can't help it at the moment. Like I said, we just moved into this new place, and we're still figuring it out. So yeah, I'm very sorry for all the glitches. And okay. All right. Yawn again. Okay, maybe we should get Gary to take over. The host is falling asleep and glitching out because of the goddamn internet. Um, what was I gonna say? So yeah, I was talking about my channel verification. Uh, Basically YouTube trying to look into it, and hopefully we get verified very soon. That is very cool for the channel. I would think so. And yeah, all right. Okay, so I had this question on the screen right now. Gary says, yes, I'm eating wings and chips and casino. Don't know what casino is, but enjoy that, Gary. um, all right, so yeah, the question on the screen we'll get to in a minute, but we got a super chat. And Kyle Pin says, lol, I forgot about this channel and the Flash. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? That is a shame. But thank you for the donation, Kyle. Thanks for the support. Really means the world to me. And hopefully you can check out the videos and stuff and maybe not forget about it. Like, yeah. So I'm glad to have you back anyway. And thank you for the support, Kyle. Okay, so the question in on the screen right now, is it true that Melissa isn't going to be doing the crossovers after the season? I seen an article on it saying that she isn't. Okay, so that article was going around because um yeah, that was coming from We Got This Covered. And you guys know my relationship with We Got This Covered and what I think about them and what all of us YouTubers think about him. Well, him, I guess it's run by a guy. I think it is. I remember reading some articles and it's like this one guy. I'm not even sure if they have real writers or if it's this one guy making up names and stuff, but that wouldn't surprise me. Um, yeah. So this article about Melissa not returning to any crossovers after the season was completely falsified, and people thought it was real because there's people who hadn't heard of We Got Discovered at least in a long time, or they just haven't seen it um, ever. But yeah, We Got Discovered, all fake. Nothing is real. Nothing is reliable. It's all unreliable on that website. So don't trust that. I'm going to probably cover that in a video sometime later this week because I keep on getting questions about that, and I have to clarify on Twitter to everyone about that because people are still confused about it. Even though We Got This Covered are notorious for their unreliability. So Gary Gammon sent in another super chat and he says, just saying, thank you for answering my chats. Well, thank you so much for sending them in, Gary. It means the world to me that you want to support the channel. It's just fantastic that you really, really want to, and you do that every stream. Like I said last week, thank you for everything. Like you make these streams worth doing, and that is a fact. That is the truth. Um, and so thank you, Gary, as always. Okay, so I'm just scrolling up a little bit in the chat. All right. Okay, let's scroll down. Ooh, Unspeakable BG says, Ben, I donate $100 if you will subscribe to me. Do you want a challenge? You want a challenge? I accept your challenge if you want. You want me to do it? I can do it on stream. I can do it on stream, Unspeakable BG, if this is a proper challenge. I mean, you don't have to, but like either way, let's subscribe. Shall we subscribe on stream? Is this a challenge? I like myself a challenge. Look. Yeah, it will be funny. So let's just do it, okay? Ready? Which one? 15 subscribers or 41 subscribers? Wait. Seems like we've got a challenge on our hands. I will be speechless if that's real. If not, it's cool. Like I don't mind subscribing. Like it's cool. Just upload good videos, okay? Upload good videos. Let's click on anyway. 1v1 versus my friend, and this happened. 5 chest giveaway. Skyblock man, go. It's like Minecraft. Abusing my G cubes. Have a think about it. Well, either way, all right. Either way, it's a challenge, and even if you don't send in anything, it's all right because I've subscribed anyway. So there you go. Up to you. Have a ponder, have a think, and update us. Ben, you're hilarious. Oh, I am a comedian. I didn't think you'll read it, so I'll think about it. It's okay. Have a think. All right. So yeah, episode 4. Let's go back to the Batwoman thing. Episode 4. Fair skin, blue eyes. So I think that is in reference to maybe like how different she is from the other version of Batwoman. So maybe some people are questioning, who is this Batwoman or something, and maybe they bring up the fact that she looks very, very different. Obviously, completely different actors. Yeah, it it's a very it looks like a very kind of maybe controversial title. Fair skin, blue eyes. We'll see. We'll see. I'm looking forward to Javicia Leslie as Batwoman. Really am. And so episode 5 of Batwoman is called Gore on Canvas. I'm going to try and share the titles again on the screen whilst we are looking through them. Gore on Canvas is the title for that episode. That is episode 5 of season 2 of Batwoman. Okay, let me know Unspeakable BG if you are gonna do it. That would be very, very fucking funny. And I mean, it would mean the world to me. So yeah, maybe next stream we'll have to wait and see. Okay, but yeah, streams once again for all of you guys, always every Thursday. From a while ago, we pretty much committed to doing these streams every week, and you guys have been showing up and everything, and it really means the world to me. And supporting in any way you can, being like Gary, being like Kyle, or who else was there? Sorry, Mauricio, and then potentially Unspeakable BG. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, so then you just sweared. You mean swore. Then you just swore. Ooh. I'm gonna let your mum know. Well, shh. Sarah Varga says me with a sad face. Sad times, sad times. Yes, and you, Sarah Varga. Okay, so yeah, Gore on Canvas is the 5th episode. Just cool title and everything like that. No, Kyle, I just mentioned, thank you for the super chat and thank you for supporting the channel. Oh, and we got another super chat from Mauricio who says, and sends in the 199 super chat. We got this covered. Hashtag fake news. We'll never quote Don. You're right. That is the one thing that we can agree on with he who will not be named in America. That being the president and soon to be ex-president of America. Hashtag fake news. That is actually physically correct. It is not correct about anything he says, but it is correct about We Got This Covered because they literally make up their sources. They are their own sources. They go on rumors and everything like that. And they literally make it up. So yeah, we're gonna cover that later in the week. I think once in a while we need a reminder once people start going crazy over these articles and everything. So yeah. OMG, Ben, drag us Americans. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe you need an American to drag an American, but yeah. Rachel says, Ben, would you call yourself YouTube famous? No, I wouldn't, because number one, I'm not even verified. So maybe when I'm verified. Number two, I think to be YouTube famous, you need to be recognized all over the place. Like if you guys know like KSI or the Sideman or anyone like that, they're YouTube famous. Like if they walk out on the street, they're getting stopped and stuff. And I mean, I've talked to lots of you guys in real life before, but that's only really at like Comic-Con events and stuff. I believe it's happened like twice outside of a Comic-Con event before, like, not including Comic-Con events. So I wouldn't say I am. So yeah, that's just my opinion. Maybe you guys differ from that, but yeah. But I mean, it's just amazing to see that all of you guys watch the videos, you watch the live stream. Okay, guys, we are back. Shenanigans are happening. Shenanigans are happening. What the hell is happening? I don't know. Oh, wow. Wow. As we head towards the end of the stream, we have more and more errors going on with the live stream. I am very sorry about all of this. Let me explain what just happened. Like I said, I was using my phone to use the internet, and my phone died. This is not going well. So I'm using another phone right now to access the internet. So yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. All right, let's answer some of these last few questions and then we will head towards the end of the live stream. So if you have any more questions you want to send in as we get back to this live stream after the internet issues, and hopefully there's not many more internet issues as we head towards the end of this. But remember, you can send in your questions via super chat like Mauricio just did over here. About we got this covered, which is entirely true. And also hashtag bring back Ben's good Wi-Fi. Absolutely right. What will we do if I actually donate next stream? It's not my phone. It's not my phone. Don't worry. I don't have two phones. I think I would flip my shit. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna like destroy anything. Like, I'm not gonna like smash my phone or something. But maybe I might just scream. You know, I might just go crazy. Anyway, hi Nicholas, welcome. Yeah. Anyway, so as we head towards the back part of the stream, I might, well, have a think about it. It's up to you. Subscribe to you either way, don't worry. All right, so yeah, you can send in any type of question. You can spam something, or you can say something important or whatever. And that is what you can do before the end of the stream. All right, and someone asked, Vasily asked, was Pagey nice when you met him at Comic-Con? Lol. No, he wasn't very nice. He was a bit stinky. He wore this like same shirt for a while, and he was very smelly. And he always tries to like kind of switch that on me, being like, "Oh, Ben was stinky at Comic-Con and stuff," but really, it was him. It was him, guys. I'm telling you. No, but no, for real. Like, Pagey was amazing. He's really funny. He's he's a very nice guy. I mean, we've only met once, and that one time was the whole day at the last Comic-Con. We watched all of the DC panels together, and I mean, you guys know we're friends anyway, so it was totally normal. It was just like, oh, I just met him in real life or something, you know? Like, we talk online all the time and stuff, so it wasn't a big deal, but yeah, it was good. Lamau. Anyway, Rachel says, Ben, have you met Melissa or no? Well, yes, I have. I have most certainly met Melissa. I've in fact met most of the Arrowverse cast. I made a whole list the other day of all the cast members that I have met, and I realized I've met a lot of people. But yeah, I met Melissa. Well, I saw her on Broadway when she was on Broadway, and then I got to interview her. There is an interview on my channel. If you type up the DCTV show Melissa Benoist interview, that's not my phone. I have one phone. This is not my phone. If you type up the DCTV show Melissa Benoist interview, I actually interviewed her at Comic-Con, not this year, the year before. Yeah. Don't worry, Unspeakable BG. I mean, if you do it, I'll go crazy. Like, you know, you don't. It's up to you. I'm gonna leave it down to you. And yeah, so I met Melissa. I saw her on at the Supergirl panel. I interviewed her, so I sat across the table from her. I was at the photo ops when they were taking the photos of the whole Supergirl cast. Um, yeah, so I was there at the Supergirl panel. I was there at the Kevin Smith panel when Melissa came out for Jay and Silent Bob reboot. And then I also bumped into Melissa in the hotel across from Comic Con. Like I was just walking, and then she was like going up the escalator. I was like, "Oh, I gotta ask for a selfie or something." But then, like, I kind of felt bad because she was obviously going like to sleep or something, and she had a security guard. So I was like, "All right, like out of respect, I'm not gonna ask, but still." So yeah, I've seen her 5 times in real life, but the best time was when I got to interview her because I actually got to talk to her in real life. So that was crazy. And it's a shame. I was going to be able to speak to Grant Gustin, who is one of my favorites as well. Um, but I wasn't actually able to attend that because that interview was on the exact same day as all the DC panels. So yeah, it was bad timing, but maybe soon. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for being so cool during this live stream, and thank you for all of you who have sent in these really good questions and have been sending in the super chats. Um, yeah. And Mauricio says, if I customize a t-shirt that says "Daddy likes the metal," will you wear it on a live stream? This is by far the most important question of the year. Maybe, but I might need some convincing, Mauricio. We'll have to wait and see. Did Gary leave? I don't know. He's probably just like eating his wings or something. But yeah, Gary hasn't been here for a while. I'm not sure. Have you gotten a photograph and autograph, photo and autograph at the end? Not with Melissa. I think the interview is better than a photograph or an autograph, in my opinion, because I literally asked her something in real life and she like probably talked, and so I think that's pretty cool. And I got to interview the rest of the Supergirl cast in real life as well at that panel. That's a separate video. So you can just type in the DCTV show Supergirl cast interview, I think, and you'll find it. It's from last year. So you can be on the lookout for that if you haven't seen those. So they were two of the best moments ever. Like, it's so cool. Like, the Supergirl cast, who I love. I got to interview them in real life. So yeah. Rachel says, how old are you, Ben? I am 20. I turned 20 recently. And yeah, so pretty cool. I met most of the Arrowverse cast members over the years. They've come to England a lot. Heroes and Villains Fan Fest, which is actually really near to where I live now, which is very cool. Where they hold that, or MCM Comic Con, or the Ultimates is great. Or I don't know if you guys live in England or Europe or you want to travel to one of these events, but I really recommend the Ultimates if you like Supergirl, because the Supergirl cast are always at this event, and it's a fantastic event. I've met Kyla there like twice. I've met Nicole Maines. I've met um, Floriana Lima, Jeremy Jordan, all of them, they're all there. So that's a great Supergirl event. If you can't go to San Diego Comic Con, obviously most of the cast is at San Diego. But apart from that, yeah, I've met a lot of people, and I'm very grateful for that, that I've been able to go and meet them. Okay, last yawn. There you go. Your last yawn before we head off, and hopefully we have no more glitches as we head towards the end of the stream. So thank you all for your support, and thank you for tuning into this live stream. I'm sorry that we had some errors throughout to do with my internet and everything like that. Yeah, like I said, just moved into this new place. The internet's not properly set up, and it was glitching out on me. Then I went to my phone's internet. My phone ran out of charge, and so I got a different phone to join the internet with. But yeah, so for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in next week's live stream. Very excited. I'm not forgetting about that proposal, sir. Talking to you, mister, who I've subscribed to, Unspeakable BG. You can do it if you want to. That would be the craziest moment to ever happen on a live stream if that actually happened. So I don't know what I would do. Probably throw a bunch of stuff and like fall off my chair and whatever, and like, you know, maybe punch through the wall or something. But yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and will the two other dudes appear next time? Maybe if Canada Grass is around and not on a set, and maybe if Erica's around, I'll ask those guys if they want to come back on. I think that made for a pretty good live stream last week. We streamed for a long time last week, like nearly 3 hours or something. It was crazy. Yeah, he's talking about Canada Graphs and Eric's Reloaded, because they came on the stream last week. If you guys watch the playback, it's on the channel. It's like 5 videos back. That's the live stream. But yeah, anyway, for now, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you for watching, and thanks for tuning in live if you did. So yes, thank you. See you next Thursday. There will be a new video tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. And for now, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.